Hello and welcome to this Spring Equinox Yoga Flow. This is a full-length 60-minute practice designed to help you celebrate the springtime, celebrate hopefully having a little bit more energy and feeling ready to move into this next stage of the year. This is Lula and she will be helping us throughout today's class. I hope you don't mind. When you're ready, let's begin. So we'll start in a seated position. Take a moment to get comfortable. Rest your hands on your knees. And then if it helps you to concentrate, close your eyes. And then just starting with a few deep breaths here. Just taking the next few moments to get present. Just listening to the sounds of the birds, tuning into your body. With an inhale, lift your shoulders up by your ears. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. And exhale, roll them down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Then flicker your eyes open. Rest the right hand on the left knee. Then reach the left arm up with an inhale. And as you exhale, start to lean to your right. Reach all the way up through the left fingertips, so you begin to feel a stretch down the left side of the body. Hold for one more breath in. Then as you exhale out, lift back up, lengthen your spine, and twist to the left. You can place the left hand behind you for support. And gaze over the left shoulder. Release the twist. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale and lean to your left. Reaching all the way up through the right arm, so you begin to feel that stretch along the right side of the body. Hold for one more breath in. And exhale out. Lift back up, inhale. With your exhale, twist to the right, place the right hand behind you for support, and you can turn the head gaze over the right shoulder. And just pausing, finding your breath here. Release the twist. Rest both hands on your knees now. With an inhale, draw your chest forwards, roll your shoulders back, and lift your gaze up. As you exhale, round your back, and you can press your hands into your knees like you're pushing yourself away from your legs. Bring chin to chest. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Exhale, press into your knees, round your back, and lean back. A few more times, moving with your breath. Inhale as you expand. Exhale as you round. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. Then place the hands behind you, uncross the feet. And knock your knees from side to side. They don't have to tap all the way down to the ground, it's just an option. The next time your legs knock to the left side, create two 90-degree angles with the legs. Bring your hands in front of the left leg. With an inhale, lift your chest up. As you exhale, you could start to fold forwards, just walking your hands away from your leg as you ease yourself down. And perhaps you come down onto the forearms, or maybe you just stay up on your hands. Lift back up. Bring the knees over to the right side again, creating two 90-90 angles. Bring the hands in front of the right leg. Start with an inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, fold forwards, just walking the hands away from the leg. Maybe you stay up on your hands, maybe you come down to the forearms if it's accessible. Lift yourself back up. Lift the knees up and bring your legs together. And if you're facing the side of the mat, you'll want to turn to face the front of your mat. Bring the hands to the backs of the knees and sit back. Then lift your feet to come into boat pose. This could be option number 1, keeping the hands under the knees. Option 2, you could reach the arms either side, and if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, you could straighten the legs too. Try to keep the chest lifted and focus your gaze on one spot as we pause here. Good. Now cross your ankles, draw your feet in towards you. And you can either rock forwards to come through to tabletop, or you could swing the legs around if that transition doesn't work for you. So set your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Start to move in a figure of 8 to begin warming up the wrists. So you're just shifting your weight forwards into the hands and then back into the knees. And you could snake the spine a little bit as you do this, just inviting a little bit more movement into the body, beginning to find a little bit more energy as we do in the springtime. If you've been going in the same direction, reverse your figure 8 now. So it's just like you're drawing it backwards. Then bring the shoulders back over the wrists. Flip the left hand down so the top of the hand is on the mat and press your hand into the floor. So it's like you're pushing the floor away. If this is already quite intense for your wrist, stay here. If you can take a little bit more, then lean back so the top of the wrist will peel off the mat like so. Good, let's switch hands. So release the left hand. If it's feeling quite sensitive, you could roll out your wrist. And then we'll switch, flip the right hand. Start by pressing the hand into the mat. Then see how this side feels. If it's already enough, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, then start to lean back. And then release, come back into tabletop. Give the hand a little shake if you need. Then extend the right leg, keep the toes on the mat. Start to rock forward, send your shoulders past your wrists. Then rock back and press the right foot into the mat. And you should begin to feel a stretch down the back of the leg. Inhale, go forwards. Exhale, rock back. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, hover the left knee off the mat, lift it up towards your chest. Then lower the knee down as you go forwards. Inhale. Exhale, come back, lift knee to chest. One more time, inhale, go forwards. Exhale, go back, knee to chest. Lower the left knee back down if you lifted it. Then lift the right leg. And when the balance is steady, reach and lift the left arm forwards. If this is too much for the balance at any time, you could always lower the left fingertips in front of you. This could be a great way to modify. Gaze down and try to find one long line from the left fingertips down to the right toes. Then look forwards to help with the balance. Cactus the left arm and the right knee. Then extend the arm and the leg. Try to hold. Pause for a breath in. You could always lower them down if you need, but try to keep them lifted. As you exhale, lower the foot down so that it's in line with the left knee. Thread the left arm under the right, lower down to the mat. And the right arm could either reach forwards or wrap behind your back. And pause. Steady your breath here. Lift yourself back up onto your hands. Then walk the hands forwards. And lower your chest down so that you bring your ears in line with your upper arms. And we're creating a kind of variation of downward dog. Just preparing the shoulders here. Don't let the chest sink too far down as we're trying to create one line from your fingertips down to your tailbone. Spread your fingers wide and press through your fingertips. Hold for a full breath in. Exhale out. Good. Lift the chest up. Bring the hands under your shoulders and the right knee back onto the mat. Second side. Extend your left leg. Keep the toes on the mat. With an inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, rock back and press the left foot into the mat so you begin to feel a stretch down the back of the leg. Inhale, go forwards. Exhale, rock back. Maybe this time you hover the right knee off the mat, lifting it into your chest. Inhale, go forwards, lower the knee back down. Exhale, rock back, lift knee to chest. Last time, inhale, go forwards. Exhale, rock back. Good. Lower the knee down if you lifted it. Then lift your left leg and reach your right arm forwards when you're feeling steady with the balance. You could always lower the right fingertips down if you needed to, but try to challenge yourself here. Gaze down and reach from your right fingertips down to the left toes. Then look forwards, cactus the right arm and left leg. Then extend the arm and leg. Try to keep them lifted as we hold for a breath in. Keep pressing the floor away. Exhale, lower the foot down so that it's in line with your knee. And thread the right arm under the left, lowering down to the mat. Left arm could either reach forwards or wrap behind the back. Then pause. Find your breath here. Come back up onto your hands. Then walk the hands forwards, and just like last time, lower your chest so that you bring your ears in line with your upper arm bones, and we find this downward dog modification. Start to press through your fingertips, engage your hands. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale out. Then come back into tabletop, bringing the left knee on the mat. Open the right knee out to the side, and then circle the leg away from you a few times. Then reverse that movement, drawing the leg in towards you. Open the knee back out to the side and see if you can bring your knee to tap the back of the right arm or as close as you can. Lower the foot to the floor and heel toe the foot in between your hands. Then reach your arms up for low lunge. Inhale here. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms open to the sky. And as you exhale, you can draw your arms back. There's also the option to let the hips sink forward, so we begin to open the chest and the hips a little bit more. Pause here, find your breath. Then relax your arms either side your front leg. If you sent the hips forwards, bring them back so they're in line with the back knee. Shuffle the front foot forward so that you can extend the leg and find half split. If this is a lot, you can keep a slight bend in the knee. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale and fold forwards. Relax your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift your chest, re-bend the front knee. Bring the right hand on the inside of the leg so that you have space. And you can either sweep the leg back or just heel toe the foot back into tabletop. Left side, lift the knee out to the side. Then circle the leg away from you. Then we'll reverse, circling the leg in towards you. Then open the knee out to the side. Sweep it forward. See if you can tap the knee to the back of the left arm, Then lower the foot to the ground. And you can heel toe the foot in between your hands. Inhale, arms up for low lunge. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms open, and draw your arms back. Encourage the chest to open. Option to stay here, or as you exhale, sink the hips further forwards. Then pause. Regulate your breath. Relax your arms by your side. If you sent your hips forwards, bring them back in line with the back knee. Edge your front foot forward so that you can straighten the leg for half split. And you can also keep a slight bend in the knee to make this more accessible. Start with an inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, fold forwards, relax your chin to your chest. Lift your chest, rebend the front knee, and bring the left hand to the inside of your leg so that you have space to either sweep or heel toe the leg back into tabletop. Then planting your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips and push back to down dog. You can go slow as you ease yourself back. Then start to pedal the legs. Just walking out your feet. You could also do the same with your hands, perhaps just lifting the heel of one hand and then the other. Then look forwards, take baby steps, walking the feet to the hands. Coming to the top of your mat to find forward fold. Exhale all the breath out. You could keep a slight bend in your knees here. There is also the option to bring the hands to the ankles and maybe draw yourself in a little deeper if that's available. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. Then round your spine, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Step your feet together. Reach your arms up, inhale. Interlace your fingers and point your index fingers to the sky. Then cross the left thumb over the right to find Kali Mudra. Lift the arms up even taller. As you exhale, bend to the right. To help counterbalance, sway your hips to the left. And pause here. Just feeling those sensations down the left side of the body. Almost as if the left side of the body is waking up. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Lift back up. Realign the spine. Reach up as tall as you can. Exhale, bend to the left. Sway the hips to the right to counterbalance. Feeling that awakening energy down the right side of the body. Pause. Find your breath. Hold for an inhale. Exhale. Lift all the way up. Inhale here. You could lift your gaze to the sky. Maybe separate the feet now. Exhale. Fold forwards. Inhale to lift the chest halfway. You could either keep the fingertips on the ground if it's within reach, or maybe bring hands to thighs. Exhale, fold forwards, plant your hands and step to plank. Inhale here. You can always lower the knees if you needed to modify. As you exhale, rock forward so the shoulders come past the wrists. Bend your elbows, keeping them close to the side of your body as you lower down through chaturanga with control. Bring the hands under the shoulders if they're a little further back. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back for cobra. As you exhale, move back into downward dog. Inhale and lift the right leg. Keeping the hips level here so the right and left side are in line. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose or as close as you can. Then ripple forwards to bring the shoulders over the wrists. If this is too challenging, left knee could come down here. Then as best you can, try to step the foot in between the hands. If the knee is down, then you may need to shuffle the foot forwards. Lift the back knee if it's lowered. Reach your arms up for high lunge. Inhale. As you exhale, turn your chest to the right side. Open your arms into a T shape. Try to broaden your wingspan as much as you can. Then flipping the left palm up. Inhale to lean back, reversing your warrior. If you're struggling with the balance, lower the back knee down. And pausing here, reaching all the way up through the left arm. Feeling that lengthening sensation down the entire left side of the body. From left fingertips down to the heel. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Reach the right arm up as you twist open to the right side. There's also the option to wrap the right arm behind the back to come into a bind. The left knee could still be down here. Lots of ways to modify. With an inhale, roll the right shoulder back. As you exhale, turn your chest open a little bit more to the right side. One more breath like this. Inhale, roll the shoulder back. Exhale, turn the chest open. Release the right hand down to the mat. Step back to plank. holding for a breath in. Lower the knees if you're modifying. As you exhale, move through your chaturanga just like before. Rock forwards. Bend the arms, keep them close to the side of the body. Lower down to your belly. This time we're going to keep the hands further back next to the rib cage. So slightly more difficult variation. Inhale, lift your chest. And try to keep the weight out of the hands so you're not using the hands to push the floor away. You're using the strength in your back to lift. Pause. Find your breath. Then exhale, move back to down dog. Ground through your hands and your feet. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, lift the left leg high, keeping the hips square, so left and right side are level. Then exhale, bring knee to nose or as close as you can. You could always lower the right knee down here. Then try to step the foot in between the hands. You could always heel toe it in place if you need. Lift the back knee if it's lowered. Then reach arms up. Inhale for high lunge. Exhale, twist open to the left side and reach your arms apart. So you're broadening your chest, reaching from left fingertips to right. With your exhale, reach the left hand back and right arm up as you lean back. If this is quite difficult for the balance, lower the right knee down here. Continue to reach up through the right arm so you find that sensation all the way down the right side of the body. Pause. Find your breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right hand down. Reach the left arm up as you twist to the left side. Right knee could be down here if you're modifying. There's also the option to wrap the left arm behind the back, coming into a bind. With your inhale, roll the left shoulder back. And as you exhale, turn your chest open to the left. One more breath like this. Inhale, roll the shoulder back. Exhale, turn the chest to the left. Good. Release the left hand down, step to plank. Hold for a breath in. You could always lower the knees if needed. As you exhale, rock forwards. Lower down through chaturanga. Knees could always be down here. Keep the hands back next to the rib cage. Inhale, lift your chest. Try to keep the weight out of the hands so it's your back doing the lifting. Exhale, come back to down dog. Lift the right leg. This time open the hips. You're stacking the right side over the left. Bend the knee. See if you can lift the knee a little bit higher. Look under your left shoulder. Maybe you can see your toes. Then look forwards to help with the balance. Step the foot in between your hands. You could always heel toe it in place. Open out the back foot and windmill your arms to come up and find warrior two. Relax your shoulders, reach the arms apart. Inhale. Exhale, settle into position. Good. Straighten the front leg. Then turn the front foot to face the side of the mat. Bend your back knee and send the hips towards the back heel. You can use your hands on the ground here for support or keep them reaching apart for a little bit more of a challenge. Press through the left foot, straighten the leg. Now turn your feet open. Bend your knees, sink the hips down for goddess. Hands could rest on the thighs here. Try to bring your hips to the same level as your knees. Straighten the legs, bring the feet in parallel. This time bend the right knee, shift the hips towards the right side. Hands could come down to support you, or you could reach the arms apart like last time. Continue to press through your feet. So you're using the strength in your legs to resist gravity. Good. Bring the hands down, turn the feet to face forwards, and step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, modifying with knees down if you need. This time come all the way down to the belly. Open the hands a little wider than the mat and create tents with your fingers. So it's like you're creating little teepees with the hands. Press through the fingertips, lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Really broadening the chest here, opening up to that spring energy. As you exhale, lower the chest down, come back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high and open out the hip. Then bend the knee. Lift the knee a little higher, gaze under your right shoulder. See if you can find your toes. Look forwards for a balance and step the foot in between your hands. You could always heel toe it in place. Open out the back foot, windmill your arms, come up and find warrior two. Then relax the shoulders, reach the arms apart. Inhale. Exhale to settle into position. Straighten the front leg, turn the foot to face the long side of your mat so feet are parallel. Then bend your back knee, shift the hips towards the back heel. Lower the hands down if you're needing support here. If you'd like to add a progression, open the front foot so the toes point up and you're pressing the heel into the mat, coming into Skandasana. Pause, find your breath, inhale. With your exhale, stand all the way up, both legs are straight. Then bend the front knee, shift the hips towards the front heel. Again, you could either stay here using the hands for stability, or you could open out the back foot so the toes point up and you press the heel into the ground for Skandasana. Pause, find your breath, inhale. Exhale, turn to face the front of your mat and step to plank. Inhale, hold your pose. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering the knees if needed. Come all the way down to your belly. Open the hands wide like last time. Create tents with your fingers. Inhale, press through the fingertips, lift the chest. Roll your shoulders back. Make your chest as broad as you can. Then exhale, lower down to the mat. Push back to downward dog. Ground through your hands and your feet. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. Then look forwards. You can either hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands to find forward fold. Exhale all the breath out as you fold. And slowly lift yourself all the way up to stand, just rounding the spine, rolling up. Set your feet a little wider than hips width to help with the balance. Then hug the right knee into your chest. If you're struggling with the balance here, you could place the left hand on a chair or perhaps on a wall if you have one nearby. Then open the knee out to the side. You can either use your hand to keep the leg there or bring hands to prayer and see if you can keep the leg in place. Good. Then either bringing the right foot to the lower left leg or above the knee to come into tree pose. For those that are really struggling with a balance, you could keep the toes resting on the floor so the heel is resting against the lower leg. Then finding a place to focus your gaze. Steady your breath. And then release. Pedal out the legs if you're needing to reset. Then shift the weight into the right foot. Hug the left knee into your chest. Again, you could use the right hand on a chair or a wall for support. Then open the knee out to the side. And you could either use your left hand to keep the leg lifted, or bring hands to prayer. Try to keep the leg lifted on its own. Then either bringing the foot to rest against the lower leg for tree, or bringing it against the upper inner thigh. Remember that you could always try this with keeping the toes on the mat and the heel against the lower leg if you're really struggling with the balance. And find a place to focus your gaze, steady your breath. Lower the foot down, pedal out the legs if you need to reset. Then reaching your arms up, inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale to lift the chest halfway. Fingertips could be on the ground or hands could come to thighs. Exhale and step to plank. Holding plank for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Moving slowly with control down to the mat. Then relax your arms either side your body. Untuck your toes. With an inhale, lift your legs. This may be challenging enough. If so, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, lift your arms and your chest, coming into locust. Point your toes. Try to feel the glute muscles lifting the legs. And roll your shoulders back. Pause. Find your breath. Slowly release, relax the body down. You could create a pillow with your forearms to rest your head in. Give your hips a little shimmy side to side to release the lower back. Then come up into tabletop. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees, walk your hands forwards. Then let your chest sink down towards the ground. Opening the chest. Either relaxing your chin or your forehead on the mat here. Slowly lift the chest back up. Walk your hands in towards you so that you can come up into a kneeling position. Then rest the hands at your lower back for support. Try to keep your hips over your knees. With an inhale, lift your chest up. Think of lifting the rib cage away from the pelvis. As you exhale, roll your shoulders back so you're really puffing up your chest. Start to bend backwards. Just going slowly, easing the body into it. No need to force. As we find camel pose. And with each exhale, just notice if the body begins to respond. If it does, maybe you find you can tilt your head to look up. Other options you can explore here are bringing hands into prayer. Maybe even reaching the arms overhead if it's available. Slowly release. Lift the head up last and sit the hips on the heels. Then just resting your hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Camel pose is a very energetic posture and you may feel out of breath now. So take the next few moments just to regulate your breathing. Notice that energy that you just cultivated. Maybe you even get a sense of excitement. Just like when we notice that spring is around the corner, we start to feel that everything is alive again. Sit over on your side, swing your legs round. Then come and lie down on your back. Bend your knees, bring your feet close to the back of your body. Then press through your heels, lift your hips to come up into bridge. Try to squeeze your glutes as you lift the hips. And you compress the backs of your arms into the mat to help you lift the chest also. Continue to press through the heels. See if the hips can lift any higher. Then slowly we'll roll down the back to lower down. When the hips come down to the mat, bring your hands, rest them on the tops of your thighs. Then press the hands into the thighs. And try to feel for lengthening your lower back. And for some people, this can feel really satisfying after back bends, just to create a little bit more space after the lower back has been compressed. Breathe deeply as you press the heels of your hands into your thighs. Then straighten the left leg. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Just rock the leg from side to side a few times. Then draw the leg over to the left side of the body, left side of the mat. Reach your right arm out to the right side. If it feels okay for your neck, you can turn your head to look to the right. Just relaxing into position. Invite your whole body to relax now. Release the twist and extend the right leg down the mat. Then hug the left knee into your chest. Draw the leg from side to side a few times. And draw the leg over to the right side of the body, over to the right side of the mat. Reach the left arm out to the left side. If it feels okay for your neck, you can turn your head to look to the left. Maybe even closing the eyes now so that you can really tune into the breath and the body. Release the twist and straighten the left leg. Relax both arms by your side and settle in for Savasana. Life can be the sunshine on peaceful days with bright blue skies, or life can be the raindrops that fall like tears squeezed from your eyes. Life can be the heaven that you'll only reach through hell, since you won't know that you're happy if you've not been sad as well. Life can teach hard lessons
but you'll be wiser once you know that even roses need both sunshine and a touch of rain to grow.
Deepen your breath. Start to move your fingers and toes. With an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Find a full body stretch from your fingers down to your toes. And then with your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Then roll onto your side. Just taking a few moments here, no need to rush. When you're ready, sit yourself back up. Then find a comfortable position so that you can stay here in stillness for the next 3 to 5 minutes. So once you're comfortable, rest your hands on your knees. Close the eyes if they aren't already. And start to deepen the breath. Just focusing your attention on your inhale and your exhale. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Feel your head in line with your spine. Move your awareness down to your forehead. Just relaxing that area. Softening the space between the eyebrows. Move down into your eyes. If you're scrunching your eyes closed, try to soften the eyes. Move down into your cheeks and your jaw. Unclenching the teeth. Relaxing the jaw. Move down to your neck. Down to your collarbone and your shoulders. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you feel them get a little heavier now. Move down into the upper arm bones, elbows, forearms. Feel your arms get a little heavier by your side. Just completely relaxed. And send your awareness into your wrists. Feel the palms of your hands in connection with your knees. Feel all 10 fingers just relaxed, resting over your knees. Bring your awareness back to your chest, to your beating heart, your lungs as they rise up and fall down. Move down into your belly, moving with each breath. Soften your belly. Let go of anything that you may be holding on to or holding in. Move down to your hips. Notice how the base of your spine is in line with the very top of your head. Feel the back of the glutes in connection with the ground. And send awareness down the legs. Then send awareness down your thighs, into your knees, and the lower legs. Feel the legs in connection with the ground. Move down to your ankles, your feet, and all 10 toes. It's completely relaxed, resting against the floor. And notice your whole body now. It's completely relaxed. Notice the calm that you've cultivated. Perhaps the energy that you've awakened in this class. And take a moment to savor the effects of this practice, the energy that you've cultivated. When you're ready, flick your eyes open. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this class. Hopefully it's left you feeling energized and ready for spring. Take care. I'll see you next time.